Welcome back to the channel. Welcome for those who are new. My name is Fransica Brackin John. Welcome you guys to the channel. Welcome. You guys, if you're new also, remember to subscribe by the face, right? The Lord gave me this really amazing word, right? He said, blessings wrapped up in the appearance of cursing. He showed me, much like what is happening to some of you all, he showed me Noah and the ark, right? And he said, look at all the animals that he brought. He said, if Noah didn't bring serpents, and serpents apparently to everybody is so hated, why it is that the Lord says still bring serpents, right? Still bring dangerous creatures as serpents. He says serpents were still invited. Why is that if they were so bad? The Lord said because everything is needed. Sometimes you have some serpents, and I always, if you're new to the channel, serpents, like I say, is two-tongued individuals, enemies, or wherever it is, opposing spirit, anytime it deceitful tongues, meaning lying individuals, enemies, opposition, all of these things. You dream them, this is what these things represent, right? So when I speak serpents, this is what I'm meaning, right? So you say, why do you think that he brought serpents and serpents supposed to be so evil? He said, because everything is needed. Sometimes, he said, look at even when you are, some of you are the one that go through the heat, right? You're going through some heated affliction, some fiery affliction, some bad things, right? He said, gold and diamonds and all these things is formed in heat, right? It is formed inside of heat. So if it is formed in heat and you don't want to go, it's formed in a volcano is heated, he say, could it be sometimes he want to form something and the heat is needed? He said, listen, some of you all don't know it, but even those lies that individuals or those deceitful tongues that is coming up against you, he said, because all things is working for the good of them that love the Lord. To those who don't know why I talk like that to the Holy Spirit, I'm not catching fits or some kind of weird thing happening to me. It's just the Lord manifesting that I'm truly one of His, right? So listen, so what he's really saying is that he said all these kind of things, serpents and these deceitful things and these lies that is coming up against you, you say, because he said all things is working for your good, do you not know that the Lord can turn that around? I was reading a book, you guys, and when I was reading this book, there was a woman that was sued, right? She was sued, and in the book, I was like, it was a dumb reason she was sued for, right? And but she encounters a lawyer there, a guy there that was eventually a great mate for her, come to be a great partner for her, and she even go on because of this thing that happened to her where someone was angry because she meant well and instead they took it and went and sue her for that. And when they sue her, she get more publicity, her business prosper more. And it worked out with a blessings where she had more than what she initially had, right? Her business started to prosper. She encountered her husband and all these kind of things. If she had not been sued and took that road that she had was to go, and in the beginning of the book, you guys, the lady was going through so much, and she was like, divorce and just this good person, and going through a lot, and life was just hard on her. And she now the suing come up, and in the book I was reading, I was feeling so sorry for the lady, and then it seemed like it just turned around for her. She met her husband. The book got promoted. She got so much things, her business and stuff started to happen and all these kind of things. So because she was sued and eventually they throw out the case or wherever it is because so much people, was for the woman and stuff like that. They throw it out. And she was on national television. Her business got promoted, all these kind of things. You guys, I relate this book towards you because I wanted you to understand that not necessarily all bad things that you see is coming your way is the enemy. Sometimes the Lord allows things to happen. The enemy can't touch one of his children without his consent. Just like when you see in the beginning of Job, the enemy needed was to ask for consent before he touched Job, and he still had limitations on his life. Do you understand me? So when you see certain things coming up against you, you might think, why is the Lord allowing these things to happen to me? It don't have to be. Sometimes He does it because He wants to teach you a lesson. Sometimes He wants to create take off some ways about you that is not good, that He wants to refine you. Sometimes He wants to bless you, and something needs to push you in a direction. Sometimes He uses the enemy hands to do. He always uses different things for a different purpose, right? But if the Lord is allowing it, sometimes instead of hating it, ask the Lord what it is that this thing that you're allowing to happen to me, what do you intend to what is the reason for it, instead of you being angry, because it don't necessarily have to be a bad thing. As He showed me with Noah, He said, look, Francine, serpents come on, right? And I said, Lord, yeah, why would you bring serpents if serpents is so evil? And it's the same thing. Why would the Lord have serpents and all these kind of dangerous creatures in the earth if they didn't serve a purpose? He said everything serves a purpose in the earth realm, children of the Most High God. Just like gold, you have to go in the volcano or be in a heated place to form them. He said when He's refining and forming you, you are the gold and you are the diamond. You have to go through the heated thing because the Lord is forming something beautiful, right? He's washing away some stuff and forming, bringing you out more to be yourself, right? So you don't have to be a bad reason. Deceits and lying tongues and individuals lying on you and talking and all these kind of things don't necessarily have to be a bad thing, right? The Lord will cause everything to work for you again, and you're gonna stand up and stand back. There's a song that say, "Won't He do it?" Right? In the end, you're going to stand back and say, wow, it was good. David said it was good that I've been afflicted. Wow. It don't even have to be that. You will just stand back and say, wow, now I see why you did this, Lord. You understand? So just trust the Lord in all things, even though you do not understand. The Lord have a purpose for every single thing that He's doing in your life, right? He loves you, and you have to have that in your heart. Don't let those things that you see is coming at you cause you to think that the Lord does not love you. That is the greatest. That is what the devil hopes when he have a child of God that do not understand why they are being afflicted. Oftentimes you might think to yourself it's because the Lord hates you, or there is something that you are doing that is causing these things to happen, and then you might go. You ever see someone scrubbing a clothes and it's done already clean, scrubbing a garment and this clothes is clean already, not knowing that is the original color of the garment. You're thinking it is dirty when it's really clean. The Lord do not want you to go trying to find things inside of yourself that He has already forgiven or overlooked or not even thinking about. Go looking for things inside of yourself as to the reason why certain things is happening, right? Or to think to yourself that His love is, how to say, is hampered because of something or whatever it is that He does not want you to take anything personal, really, right? Sometimes the Lord wants to bless us. When He wanted, He looked on Job and nothing was wrong with Job, but Job was being afflicted. Isn't that so, right? So it don't have to be something bad or negative. The Lord simply maybe want to wipe a slate so He can give you better and the most interesting things. I want to make sure, because I wrote this down, you guys. I told you guys I had so much things, right? So I want to make sure that I give you guys all. It's the same thing the Lord says. I watch that the Lord said, sometimes, saints of the Most High God, you guys want to see the Lord's face. For instance, how can you see His face if you don't die? Many people don't want to die, but they want to see the Lord's face. One leads to the other. In order for you to see the Lord's face, you have to die. You understand? One leads to the other. So bad thing does happen, but just know, not all bad things lead to negativity or lead to just die it, because for a child of God there's always a rising up. When Christ died, for instance, right, it was a bad thing that happened, but it leads to a greater blessing. So it don't have to be a bad, okay, for His children it always works out for your good, right? Trust in the Lord and do not lean to your understanding, saints of the Most High God. The Lord loves you. Don't have to be anything wrong with you, so don't go looking, or maybe this reason, or maybe the Lord this, and turn your heart cold, right? The Lord loves you. Stay blessed, stay strong. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and please share these videos. I'm working on promoting this channel some more. Bye, guys.